Okay, our second video is going to continue our work on the back side of our note sheet for today. So let's look at the back, and we're going to look at some more PPF 401 vocabulary. Now we're going to be talking about vertical angles. This is a review. We've talked about vertical angles before. Remember, vertical angles are across from each other when two lines cross, like an X. So for example, angle 1 and angle 4, these guys are vertical angles. Or angles 2 and angle 3, those guys are vertical angles. Angle 5 and 8, these are vertical angles. And angle 6 and angle 7, these are vertical angles. Label your diagram accordingly. And let's think of how we can describe vertical angles. Let's say vertical angles are across from each other when lines intersect. Okay. And one thing you can say about vertical angles, they're exactly the same. So let's make a little note. Vertical angles are congruent. Again, if we're going too fast, feel free to pause the video anytime. Rewind if you have to. I'm going to talk about corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Again, we got a bunch of vocabulary words. Each idea is simple in its own. When we put it all together, you're going to have to keep the vocabulary straight. So here goes. Corresponding angles. When you have parallel lines intersected by transversal, you could say it like this kind of informally. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles because they're both on the top left corner of their intersection. So if you had to guess, angle 2 has what as its corresponding angle? Exactly, angle 6. Okay. How about angle 3? What's the corresponding angle with angle 3? Right, angle 7. And then last but not least, angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. So we have to think of a way to try to say this. Let's say corresponding angles are in the same position. They're both top right corner, top left corner, bottom left corner, bottom right corner, something like that. They're in the same position. And corresponding angles are congruent. All right. Moving on to linear pairs. We've talked about linear pairs before. Here's a little review. Linear pairs add together to make a straight line. So let's see here. Angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pairs. Angle 3 and angle 4 are linear pairs. Angle 5 and angle 6 are linear pairs. Angle 7 and angle 8 are linear pairs. But wait, there's more. Angle 1 and angle 3 are linear pairs. Angle 2 and angle 4 are linear pairs. Angle 5 and 7 are linear pairs. Sorry, I think I was saying that incorrectly. Angle 6 and angle 8 form a linear pair. Those angles form a linear pair. So remember the word adjacent means, right next to each other, connected. So let's say that a linear pair, that's two adjacent angles that form a straight line. Okay, and we can conclude then that a linear pair of angles are supplementary. They add to 180. Okay, now going down to the bottom here, we've got two more things to summarize. Supplementary angles are angles that add to 180 degrees, and complementary angles. Those are angles that add to 90 degrees. Okay, that wraps up our brief introduction. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take a look at some slope problems to review a little bit of slope. Then we'll ace the quiz on slope. And after you ace your slope quiz, we'll do some practice problems involving parallel lines and all these different types of angles. Thanks for watching the video.